Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we will be discussing the important topic of medieval Indian history, that is Mughal Empire. When it comes to Mughal Empire, there are early Mughals and later Mughals. Okay, when it comes to early Mughals, Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb. In later Mughals we can see Bahadur Shah I, Akbar II, Farrukhsiyar and Muhammad Shah Rangila. See, early Mughals are really important for your exams. Later Mughals are not that important, but we'll be discussing more questions related to early Mughals. Okay, we'll see the first question now. Who got constructed Grand Trunk Road? Option A, Akbar. Option B, Ashoka. Option C, Sher Shah Suri. Option D, Samudragupta. So, the Grand Trunk Road was constructed by Sher Shah Suri. So who is this Sher Shah Suri? See, Sher Shah Suri was the Afghan ruler. Okay, he invaded India during Humayun period and he fought two battles with Humayun known as Battle of Chausa and Battle of Kannauj. In Battle of Chausa, he defeated entire Mughal army, and in Battle of Kannauj, he defeated Humayun. By this, Humayun exiled out of India for 15 years, and this period is called as a temporary eclipse of Mughals because Mughal period was no more seen in India, and Sher Shah Suri established Sur dynasty in India to improve the connection between Afghan and the present day Bangladesh, that is Chittagong. He built the highway known as Grand Trunk Road. So remember about Sher Shah Suri and his battles. Next question. The dead body of Babur by his own choice lies buried in Option A, Agra. Option B, Fargana. Option C, Samarkand. Option D, Kabul. See, Babur was the founder of Mughal Empire and he died in Agra. But later he was reburied in Kabul. Why was that? Because in his autobiography, that is Turk-i-Baburi or Baburnama, which was written by him, he wrote that after his death, he has to be buried in Kabul. So without knowing that, first he was buried in Agra and later he was again reburied in Kabul. So the answer will be option D, Kabul. Next question. Where did Babur died? Or where did Babur die? Option A, Agra. Option B, Kabul. Option C, Lahore. Option D, Delhi. So the Babur died in Agra. Next question. Humayun Nama was written by Option A, Humayun. Option B, Akbar. Option C, Abdul Fazil. Option D, Gulbadan Begum. See, Humayun was the second ruler of Mughals and his biography was written by Gulbadan Begum, who was the sister of Humayun. Okay, next. Humayun had to run away from India after he was defeated in the battle of Option A, Panipat. Option B, Ghagra. Option C, Khanwa. Option D, Kannauj. So, Humayun was defeated by Sher Shah Suri and he fought two battles, Battle of Chausa and Battle of Kannauj. In Battle of Kannauj, he was completely defeated and he ran away from India. So, the correct answer will be option D, Kannauj. And Battle of Michiwala. See, Battle of Michiwala was fought after the death of Sher Shah Suri between Sikandar Shah Lodi, who was the son of Sher Shah Suri, and Humayun. After this battle, Humayun recaptured Delhi and Mughal Empire continued back. Okay. Next. Sher Shah defeated Humayun and captured Mughal army in the Battle of option A Ghagra in 1529 AD, option B Chausa in 1539 AD, option C Panipat in 1526 AD, option D Kanwa in 1527 AD. So I already discussed this. It was in Chausa, Battle of Chausa. He defeated Mughal army. So the correct answer will be option B Chausa in 1539 AD. Next question. In the Battle of Panipat, Babur faced the army of option A Jaichand, option B Hemu, option C Daulat Khan, option D Ibrahim Lodi. So the Battle of Panipat, the first Battle of Panipat was fought between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. Okay, see, Daulat Khan was the one who invited Babur to India and defeat Ibrahim Lodi. By this, Babur came to India and he defeated Ibrahim Lodi in Battle of Panipat. And remember one more thing, Babur was the first person to use artillery and gunpowder in his warfare, and it was a European technique and he used it. So the correct answer will be option D Ibrahim Lodi. Next question. The writer of Ramcharit Manas, Tulsidas, was related to which ruler? Option A Chandragupta Maurya, option B Nawab Waji Ali Shah, option C Arsha, option D Akbar. See, Tulsidas was in the court of Akbar. Akbar followed a fair religious policy and he was fair to all the religion. He was tolerant towards all the religion. There was also 9 jewels in the court of Akbar. There were Tansen. Tansen was the court singer. Todarmal was a finance minister, and Birbal was a minister. Tulsidas was the Hindu scholar. Abdul Fazi and Abdul Fazil was the scholars in the court of Akbar, and Mansingh was the military commander of Akbar. Remember all of them. Next question. The Battle of Haldigati was fought between option A Akbar and Rana Sangram Singh, option B Akbar and Mewar Singh, option C Akbar and Rana Pratap Singh, option D Akbar and Uday Singh. So the Battle of Haldigata was fought between Akbar and Rana Pratap Singh, a Rajput king. After defeating Rana Pratap Singh, Akbar married to the Rajput princess, that is Jodhabai, and he came to alliances with Rajput rulers, that Hindu-Muslim unity was maintained and intercaste marriages was seen. Jizya, a Muslim attacks on non-Muslims, was also taken by Akbar. Okay, remember all these points, and he did because he wanted to improve his military strength. Next question. The Mir Bakshi of the Mughal emperor was the head of option A intelligence, option B foreign affairs, option C army organization, option D finance. See, Mir Bakshi is the name given to the person who had military organization. Okay, he was responsible for all the promotions in the soldiers, and he was advising the kings regarding the promotions and increasing the strength of soldiers, all that. So he is related to army organization. Next question. Who of the following was the biographer of Akbar? Option A, Abdul Fazil. Option B, Abdul Fazi. Option C, Abdul Nabi Khan. Option D, Birbal was the minister in the court of Akbar. And Abdul Fazi was the translator. He translated many Sanskrit writings into Persia. And Abdul Fazil was the one who wrote the biography of Akbar, known as Ain Akbari or Akbarnama. Remember these names. We'll see the next question now. Din-i-Ilahi was a new religion started by Option A, Humayun. Option B, Jahangir. Option C, Akbar. Option D, Shahjahan. See, Din-i-Ilahi means divine faith, and it was introduced for the universal peace and believing in the single God. So, Akbar was the person who was having a religious tolerance, so it can be introduced only by Akbar. So, option C will be the correct answer. Next question. What was the age of Akbar at the time of his coronation at Kalanahur? Means when he came to the throne, what was his age? Option A, 13. Option B, 15. Option C, 18. Option D, 20. See, when Akbar came to the throne, he was 13 years old. And he fought second battle of Panipat between Hemu, and Akbar was supported by his military general, that is Bairam Singh. Bairam Khan or Bairam Singh. Next question. Who was the regent of Akbar in his early days? Option A, Abdul Fazil. Option B, Bairam Khan. Option C, Tansen. Option D, Todarmal. Regent means who was a guardian to Akbar or who headed his military team. So it was by Bairam Khan. Bairam Khan supported Akbar. Akbar held his religious discussion in Option A, Chodhabai Palace. Option B, Panch Mahal. Option C, Ibadat Khana. Option D, Phulan Darwaza. So it was held in Ibadat Khana. Ibadat Khana is also known as House of Worship. It was built in his new capital, that is Fatehpur Sikri, where he welcomed all the religious scholars from Christian, Zoroastrians or Hindus. So he welcomed all them and he was having a religious discussion. So it will be option C, Ibadat Khana. Who introduced Mansabdari system in India? Option A, Babur. Option B, Humayun. Option C, Akbar. Option D, Jahangir. See, Mansabdari system was introduced by Akbar. What is Mansabdari system? Mansabdari system means rank or a position which was given to military general or government officials who was in the court of Akbar. See, it is a rank or a position. Mansabs was divided into two, that is Jats and Savars. Jats was organizing the soldiers and Savars means was taking care of horses. And it was not a hereditary position and it is highly centralized, means the complete control was in the hands of king and they were paid in cash or jagirs. Who was appointed by Akbar as his court musician? Option A, Abdul Fazil. Option B, Mian Tansin. Option C, Raja Birbal. Option D, Raja Todarmal. See, we have seen that Todarmal was a finance minister and Abdul Fazil was a scholar and Birbal was a minister. So answer will be option B, Mian Tansin. See, Mian, the word Mian was also given by Akbar, means a learned person. So he was a musician in the court of Akbar. Next question. In Akbar's regime, who was the military head? Option A, Sultan Ahmad Fawad. option B Suri Moja, option C Mir Kas, option D Mir Bakshi. So the head of military, that person was named as Mir Bakshi. Okay, not only in the Akbar court but in entire Mughal empire, the head of military was called as Mir Bakshi. Next question. Who was the trusted general of the Mughal empire Akbar? Option A Raja Todarmal, option B Man Singh, option C Birbal, option D Tansen. Tansen was the singer and Birbal was a minister. Todarmal was a finance minister. So the trusted general, the military general of Akbar was Man Singh. So he was also heading the Akbar's military camp during Battle of Haldighata. Okay, remember this also. Next question. To whom did Akbar give the title Mian? Option A Raja Todarmal, option B Man Singh, option C Birbal, option D Tansen. So Mian means a learned person and it was given to the singer of Akbar court, that was Tansen. Okay. Next question. Whom did Akbar defeat in the Battle of Panipat in 1556? Option A Genghis Khan, option B Nadir Shah, option C Hemu Vikramaditya, option D Bajirao I. See, Bajirao was related to Marathas and he was not contemporary to Akbar. And Genghis Khan invaded India during Delhi Sultanates, not during Mughals. And Nadir Shah also invaded India during later Mughals. And Akbar belonged to early Mughals. So he defeated Hemu Vikramaditya in second battle and he came to the throne. Next question. Who was the architect who designed Taj Mahal? Option A Muhammad Hussain, option B Ustab Ahmad Lori, option C Shah Isha, option D Ismail. See, Taj Mahal was designed by Ustab Ahmad Lori, who was in the period of Shah Jahan. During the period of Shah Jahan, Petra Dura became famous. What is Petra Dura? Petra Dura means the white marbles with floral design and precious stones was also attached to it. Okay, this is a design which is used in Taj Mahal and it became famous during Shah Jahan period. And one more important thing about Taj Mahal is that it is equal in length and breadth from all the four sides. Remember this also. Okay. Next question. Shah Jahan built the Moti Masjid at option A Delhi, option B Jaipur, option C Agra, option D Amarkot. So the Shah Jahan built Moti Masjid at Agra. Moti Masjid means a mosque for the court scholars. See, this is the Moti Masjid. It is in Agra. Next question. Which one of the following Mughal building is said to possess the unique feature of being exactly equal in length and breadth? Option A Agra Fort, option B Red Fort, option C Taj Mahal, option D Buland Darwaza. So I discussed this. That is option C Taj Mahal. We can see the equal length and breadth from all the four sides. Next question. Match the following. See, in column 1 they have given Tughlaqabad Fort, Red Fort of Delhi, Hausgas, Red Fort of Agra. In second column, Alauddin Khilji, Shah Jahan, Akbar, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. So Tughlaqabad Fort belonged to Tughlaq dynasty of Delhi Sultanates. So option 1 will be A. And Red Fort of Delhi was built by Shah Jahan and Hausgas was built by Alauddin Khilji and Red Fort of Agra by Akbar. So the correct answer will be B. Okay. So this is the Red Fort of Delhi and this is the Red Fort of Agra. Next question. Who of the following was sent as an ambassador to the royal court of Jahangir by James I, the King of England? Options are option A, John Hawkins, option B, William Hawkins, option C, Sir Thomas Roy, option D, Sir Walter Raleigh. So, see, William Hawkins and Sir Thomas Roy, both of them visited during Jahangir period. Okay, but the first ambassador to Jahangir court was Sir Thomas Roy and he was sent by James I, the King of England. And William Hawkins also came to Jahangir court for the establishment of factory in India. Okay. Next question. Who translated Ramayana into Persian? Option A, Abdul Fazil, option B, Badauni, option C, Abdul Latif, option D, Isar Das. So Ramayana into Persia was converted by Badauni. Badauni was in the court of Akbar and he was a great translator. He translated many Sanskrit work into Persia. Okay. And one more important thing is Abdul Fazil, he translated Mahabharata into Persia, not Ramayana. Don't confuse between them. Next question. Painting reached its highest level of development during the reign of option A, Akbar, option B, Aurangzeb, option C, Jahangir, option D, Shah Jahan. So the correct answer is option C, Jahangir. Jahangir himself was a great painter. Okay, he appointed many painters to his court, and Mughal painting was flourished during the period of Humayun, but it reached its zenith during the period of Jahangir. Next question. The first Indian Hindi scholar of Mughal period was option A, Malik Muhammad Jaisi, option B, Abdul Rahim, option C, Mulla Waji, option D, Chand Bardai. So the Hindi scholar in Mughal period was Malik Muhammad Jaisi. Okay, he was in the court of Shershah Suri and his famous work is Padmavat, the Alauddin conquest over Rajasthan and Rani Padmini performing the Johar. So he was the Hindi scholar in Mughal period. And remember his work Padmavat. Next question. Who wrote Akbarnama? Option A, Akbar, option B, Birbal, option C, Abdul Fazil, option D, Bhagwan Das. So Akbarnama was written by option C, Abdul Fazil. Okay. Next question. Who among the following was also known as Zinda Pir? Option A, Akbar, option B, Jahangir, option C, Shah Jahan, option D, Aurangzeb. So Zinda Pir was called to Aurangzeb because of his simple living, okay, and he prohibited all the dance music from his court and was living a simple life. Okay, and other important thing about Aurangzeb is he prohibited the tobacco which was introduced by Akbar. Akbar was a person who introduced tobacco in India, but Aurangzeb, he prohibited it, and he also built the famous peacock throne which was mounted with a Kohinoor diamond, and he reimposed Jizya. Jizya means religious tax on non-Muslims, and it was taken over by Akbar, but he reimposed it. and he also prohibited the Hindu festivals like Dasara and all that, and he imposed Islamic laws on India, on Hindus. Okay, and one of the positive thing about Aurangzeb is he abolished the sati practices, and this is the only positive thing about Aurangzeb. Next question. In 1739, who defeated the Mughal army at the Battle of Karnal? Option A, Nadir Shah. Option B, Genghis Khan. Option C, Hemu Vikramaditya. Option D, Bajirao I. See, this was the period of later Mughals. Okay, during that time, the Iranian ruler, that is Nadir Shah, invaded India. Okay, that time the ruler was Bahadur Shah I, and he defeated him in Battle of Karnal, and he looted the Peacock Throne and Kohinoor diamond from India. So the answer will be A, Nadir Shah. Next question. Who are credited to a large extent for ending the Mughal rule in India? Option A, Mauryans. Option B, Cholas. Option C, Guptas. Option D, Marathas. See, Mauryans, Cholas and Guptas are not contemporary to Mughals, so they cannot be the answer, and it was D, Marathas, and we'll be seeing details about it when we come to Marathas. Okay. Next question. Who was the last Mughal emperor? Option A, Babur. Option B, Nur Jahan. Option C, Akbar. Option D, Bahadur Shah. So the last ruler of Mughal, later Mughals, was Bahadur Shah, and he was dismissed from his court by British in after 1857 revolt. Okay. Next question. Who amongst the following succeeded Aurangzeb? Option A, Azam. Option B, Kambaksh. Option C, Akbar II. Option D, Mausam. So the correct answer is option D, Mausam. Mausam was the elder son of Aurangzeb. Okay, and he is seated in the throne by the name of Bahadur Shah I. Next question. Which Mughal emperor transferred the Mughal capital from Agra to Delhi? Option A, Jahangir. Option B, Aurangzeb. Option C, Shah Jahan. Option D, Bahadur Shah I. So, Shah Jahan was the person who transferred the Mughal capital from Agra to Delhi. Before it was established in Agra, later it was transferred to Delhi by Shah Jahan. Nur Jahan was the wife of which Mughal emperor? Option A, Akbar. Option B, Aurangzeb. Option C, Jahangir. Option D, Shah Jahan. See, Nur Jahan was the wife of Jahangir. Okay. Her original name was Mehrun Nisa, and she was also called as Badshah Begum because she influenced Jahangir in administration. Okay, that's why the court minister called her as Badshah Begum, and she was the one who patronized Persian art and culture into India. Okay, during her period only the Persian art and culture was flourished, and the gold coins was also issued in her name. So remember all these points. Next question. Who constructed Humayun's tomb in Delhi? Option A, Babur. Option B, Akbar. Option C, Haji Begum. Option D, Humayun. So Humayun's tomb was constructed by his wife Haji Begum. Okay. See, so it was his wife Haji Begum, and she is also called as Hamida Bano Begum. And Humayun's tomb is an perfect example of Persian art and culture. Okay, and it is also a double dome in India. Next question. Okay, some more important points of Humayun is that he established Deen Panha, a city for refugees. Okay, remember these also. Deen Fana, which was established by Humayun. Which of the following Mughal emperor wrote their own autobiographies? Option A, Shah Alam and Farrukhsiyar. Option B, Babur and Jahangir. Option C, Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Option D, Akbar and Aurangzeb. See, Akbar was a illiterate and he was the only person who didn't add education. So it cannot be. So it was option B, Babur and Jahangir. Babur's was Turki Baburi and Jahangir's was Turki Jahangir, which they wrote for themselves. Next question. Where did Aurangzeb die? Option A, Pune. Option B, Aurangabad. Option C, Ahmednagar. Option D, Mumbai. So, Aurangzeb died in Ahmednagar at the age of 88 due to the illness. Okay, just remember the place, Ahmednagar. Next question. Bibi Ka Muqabra is located in India at option A, Fatehpur Sikri. Option B, Aurangabad. Option C, Hyderabad. Option D, Junapur. So the correct answer is option B, Aurangabad, which is in Maharashtra. See, the Bibi Ka Muqabra is also called as Taj Mahal of South India, and it was constructed by Aurangzeb for his wife Dilraz Banu Begum. Okay, and it was dedicated to her. B, Aurangzeb. Next question. Who got the Gita translated into Persian? Option A, Shah Jahan. Option B, Akbar. Option C, Dara Shikoy. So, the Gita was translated into Persia by Dara Shikoy. Okay, Dara Shikoy was the son of Shah Jahan. Okay, and he translated many Upanishads in the name of Sir-i-Akbar. And he was the person who translated Bhagavad Gita into Persia. Next question. Which of the following was built by Akbar to commemorate his conquest of Khandesh in Gujarat? Option A. So option A, Bhada Imamra. Option B, Buland Darwaza. Option C, Jama Masjid. Option D, Siddhi Basir. So, Akbar, to commemorate his conquest of Khandesh in Gujarat, he built Buland Darwaza, which was the gateway to the Fatehpur Sikri. What is Fatehpur Sikri? Fatehpur Sikri is a city of victory. He led the gateway to it, known as Buland Darwaza. See, this is the Buland Darwaza. It was the entrance gate for Fatehpur Sikri. And also remember the important buildings in Fatehpur Sikri are, one is Buland Darwaza and Jama Masjid and Jodhabai Palace. See, these were all built in Gujarat and Bengali style, and it was dedicated to his wife, a Rajput wife known as Jodhabai. Okay. Next question. Name the language that was designated as the camp language during the medieval period. Option A, Sanskrit. Option B, Pali. Option C, Hindi. Option D, Urdu. So, it was Urdu. Urdu developed as a camp language during medieval period, because in medieval period the soldiers from many parts like Afghans, Indies, Persians, all these people came, and that is how Urdu was developed, and it was designated as a camp language. Next question. The court language of the Mughals was option A, Urdu. Option B, Sanskrit. Option C, Arabic. Option D, Persian. So the court language of Mughals was Persian. Okay. Then Persian was also the court language of Delhi Sultanates, and Sanskrit was a court language of Guptans. Okay. Next question. Which of the following Mughal emperor is credited with the composition of Hindi songs? Option A, Babur. Option B, Akbar. Option C, Jahangir. Option D, Shah Jahan. So, it was option C, Jahangir. Jahangir is the person who credited the Hindi song, and he was a lover of songs. So he appointed many singers in his court. Okay, remember this. Next question. Bahadur Shah was the options are option A, the last ruler of the Lodhis, option B, the successor of Sher Shah Suri, option C, the last Mughal ruler, option D, the successor of Maratha ruler. So, was a last ruler of Mughals. He is a Bahadur Shah II, okay. And after 1857 revolt, the Mughal empire completely came to the end. Okay, so he was the last Mughal ruler. So, thank you so much.